I'm following up on a video I did about this radio, and I was saying that this coil had been miswired, that if you look at this diagram right here, and I'll throw it up here during the video, but this core is supposed to have the small part of the main coil over here, and then the big part over here. So this is like 80 windings, and this is like 34 windings. But they had it exactly flipped around, and as a result, the signal wasn't very clear. There was a lot of crossover, and it was just kind of messy. So what I did is I came in here and I counted out 34 turns from this far side, which we can't really get over there, but counted out 34 turns over here, scraped the wire, and soldered a tap on it. Yes, this is definitely a kludge job, but I'm one of those people, I gotta know if it would work, if it was actually done correctly. So that tap is here. It replaces the tap that was over here, so I deleted the one that was here in the wrong position. And yes, this is very dodgy and it can pop off of here very easily, but I have been experimenting with it. And let me zoom out and resituate things. There we are. So you can see the scope and make sure everything's in focus. So yeah, before selectivity was very poor. A lot of crosstalk. The loudness was okay if I had the best signal in the area going. So I've got one that's very close by. So it's right in this range, and if I mess with this, there we go. So you can see how loud that is. Now that's the one that likes to crosstalk all over everything else. And we can calm it down there. So now I've got two adjustments to make. One of them is, of course, the capacitor. And the other is our coupling. But you can see we're basically getting dead air. Before I never got dead air because, like I said, there's just so much crosstalk. Here comes a guy talking. You can see I can improve that signal. There I'm starting to get some crosstalk, so I can pull that back out. Yeah, so now it's the guy's voice and it's that loud station that is walking over it. Let's see, I think I had one more that I could get. You can see there's some more dead air. Whoops, wrong way. Yeah, you can see that. That's just barely there. We can improve it. Actually, we can improve it quite a bit. Okay, so the moral of the story here is that if you wind this correctly, I mean, if I was going to do this, I would make my own. I would just toss this out and make my own and wind it correctly per the diagram that's on there. And yeah, it definitely works better. I mean, it's not perfect. The dual wiper radio that I have a video on building, that's definitely superior, and it's a whole lot cheaper to build because it doesn't have the capacitor. And you don't have this fussy thing. But I don't know, I mean, if you wanted to experiment with something like this, this is not a bad design. If, again, your whole purpose was just to build one with a coupler and a capacitor, yeah, I would say, go for it. It's worth experimenting on. But if it was going to be, your only radio, definitely I'd go for the dual wiper or even the single wiper, because it just has better performance than this. Okay, that was it. Just a follow up on this to let you know that, yeah, if you actually follow the diagram that the engineer made when you're in manufacturing, things do work better. Okay, I hope you found that useful and interesting in your crystal radio experimentation.